Hello, my name is Chelly. Today I want to take you into the heart of our planet, the rainforests. These vibrant ecosystems cover only a small part of Earth, yet are vital for our planet's health. Rainforests influence the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the climate that sustains us. But this vital connection is under threat. Every minute, vast swathes disappear, cleared for agriculture and development. Protecting these natural wonders is a necessity for our future. Join me as we explore why saving our planet's rainforest matters to us all. Rainforests are the cradles of terrestrial biodiversity. Though they cover just 6% of Earth's land, they shelter over half of all known species. From the canopy, where monkeys and birds thrive, to the forest floor, alive with ants and elusive jaguars, the diversity here is unmatched. Yet this living library is burning before we can discover its secrets. This loss is silent, unseen, and utterly irreversible. Rainforests are the planet's great climate regulators, acting as vital carbon sinks. Through photosynthesis, trees absorb huge amounts of carbon dioxide, locking it away in their trunks, branches, and roots. But when forests are cleared or burned, this stored carbon is released, accelerating global warming. Protecting rainforests is one of our most effective tools for stabilizing the climate. The very air that fills our lungs is, in part, a gift from the rainforests. It is a common and powerful analogy to call them the lungs of the planet, and for good reason. Through the ceaseless, silent miracle of photosynthesis, the billions upon billions of leaves in the forest canopy take in carbon dioxide and, as a byproduct, release pure oxygen. This process, repeated on an unimaginable scale across millions of square kilometers, has a profound impact on the composition of our atmosphere. It is estimated that the world's rainforests, with the Amazon being the largest contributor, are responsible for producing roughly 20% of the planet's oxygen. This constant replenishment of the air we depend on is a fundamental service that underpins all life on Earth, not just human life. Every breath taken by every creature, from the smallest mouse to the largest whale, is connected to this massive life-giving output. The destruction of these forests directly diminishes this global oxygen supply. While the oceans are the primary source, the contribution from rainforests is still critically significant. To compromise such a vital source of the very element we need for our moment-to-moment survival is to gamble with the fundamental chemistry of our world, a risk with consequences that are truly unthinkable. Rainforests are the master architects of the planet's water cycle, moving fresh water on a continental scale. Each tree acts as a water pump, drawing up moisture and releasing it into the air through transpiration. Multiply that by trillions of trees and you get colossal flying rivers, invisible streams of moisture traveling through the sky. These atmospheric rivers shape weather far away, nourishing distant farmlands. Destroying rainforests disrupts this balance, risking droughts and floods. Protecting them safeguards our global weather and food supply. Within the intricate web of life in the rainforest lies a chemical library of almost infinite potential, a natural pharmacy that has already provided humanity with life-saving medicines. For millennia, indigenous peoples have understood the healing properties of forest plants, knowledge passed down through generations. Modern science has only just begun to tap into this incredible resource. A significant portion of Western pharmaceuticals, including treatments for cancer, malaria, and heart disease, have their origins in compounds first discovered in rainforest plants. For instance, chemicals from the rosy periwinkle, a plant native to Madagascan forests, have dramatically increased survival rates for childhood leukemia. The potential for future discoveries is immense. With millions of species of plants, fungi, and insects yet to be studied, the rainforests almost certainly hold the keys to curing diseases that still plague humanity. Each time a species becomes extinct, we may be losing a future cure for Alzheimer's, a new antibiotic to fight resistant bacteria, or a treatment for viral infections. Protecting these ecosystems is therefore a direct investment in the future of human health. It is, honestly, a race against time to study and understand these complex organisms before their habitats and the potential medical miracles they contain are lost to the chainsaw and the fire. The rainforests are not empty wildernesses, they are ancestral homes, vibrant cultural landscapes for hundreds of indigenous communities around the world. For these peoples, the forest is not merely a resource, it is the very foundation of their identity, their spirituality, and their way of life. Their cultures, languages, and traditions are deeply interwoven with the rhythms of the forest ecosystem. They possess an unparalleled, multi-generational knowledge of the forest's ecology, understanding its plants, its animals, and its seasons in a way that modern science is only beginning to appreciate. Their livelihoods depend directly on the health of the forest, providing them with food, shelter, and medicine. When rainforests are destroyed, it is not just trees and animals that are lost, it is a profound human tragedy. Indigenous communities are often displaced, their lands taken for cattle ranching, mining, or agriculture. This forces them into poverty and erodes their unique cultures, severing their connection to their ancestral heritage. The loss of these communities also means the loss of their invaluable traditional ecological knowledge, a library of sustainable living that could hold crucial lessons for the rest of the world. Protecting the rainforests is therefore an act of preserving human diversity and upholding the rights of the people who have been its most effective and knowledgeable guardians for centuries. The intricate structure of a rainforest, from its dense canopy to its deep root systems, functions as a colossal natural sponge, playing a critical role in managing water and soil. When heavy tropical rains fall, the multi-layered canopy intercepts a significant portion of the water, breaking its force and allowing it to drip gently to the ground. The thick layer of leaf litter on the forest floor then absorbs this water like a sponge, releasing it slowly into the soil and underlying aquifers. This process dramatically slows down the runoff of water, regulating the flow into streams and rivers and preventing the sudden destructive surges that cause flash floods downstream. In stark contrast, when the forest is cleared, this natural system of water regulation is obliterated. The bare soil, exposed to the full force of torrential downpours, cannot absorb the water effectively. The rain rushes across the surface, carrying away the nutrient-rich topsoil in a process known as soil erosion. This not only degrades the land, making it unsuitable for agriculture, but it also chokes rivers with sediment, harming aquatic life and increasing the risk of devastating floods for communities living downstream. By preserving the forest, we maintain this essential free service of flood and erosion control, protecting both landscapes and human settlements. The economic value of a rainforest is often mistakenly measured only by the short-term profits of its destruction, such as timber or cleared land for cattle. However, a standing, healthy forest offers a wealth of renewable resources that can provide sustainable, long-term economic benefits without destroying the ecosystem. These are known as non-timber forest products. Think of Brazil nuts, which can only be produced by large, healthy trees in an intact Amazonian ecosystem, or acai berries, a global superfood harvested from native palms. These products provide reliable income for local communities year after year. Beyond fruits and nuts, the list is extensive and includes natural rubber, rattan, essential oils, and medicinal plants, all of which can be harvested sustainably. Furthermore, the burgeoning field of ecotourism offers another powerful economic incentive for conservation. Tourists from around the world are willing to pay for the chance to experience the wonder of a pristine rainforest and see its magnificent wildlife, creating jobs for local guides, lodges, and communities. By developing these sustainable economies, we can demonstrate that a living rainforest is far more valuable in the long run than a felled one, creating a powerful economic argument for its permanent protection. Rainforests are, honestly, the last great strongholds for an incredible number of the world's most iconic and endangered species. These are not just any habitats. For many creatures, they are, well, the only habitats they have left. Animals like the Sumatran orangutan, the mountain gorilla, the jaguar, and the okapi are entirely dependent on vast, unbroken tracts of forest for their survival. Their entire life cycles, from finding food and mates to raising their young, are intricately tied to the specific conditions of the rainforest. The loss of this habitat is the single greatest threat pushing these magnificent animals towards the brink of extinction. Moreover, many rainforest species are endemic, meaning they are found in one specific geographic location and nowhere else on Earth. The island of Madagascar, for example, is home to thousands of species, including all the world's lemurs, that have evolved in isolation and are unique to its forests. The golden poison frog exists only in a tiny patch of rainforest in Colombia. When these specific habitats are destroyed, it is not just a local loss, it is a global extinction. The species vanishes forever from the planet's roster of life. Protecting rainforests is therefore a direct and urgent act of wildlife conservation, a moral obligation to preserve these irreplaceable living wonders for future generations. In an increasingly polluted world, rainforests provide an essential large-scale purification service. Their dense vegetation acts as a giant living filter for the air. The vast surface area of the countless leaves and bark on the trees effectively traps and absorbs airborne pollutants, including dust, ash, and harmful chemical particulates that are released from industrial activities and burning fossil fuels. This natural air filtration system helps to improve air quality not just locally but on a regional scale, contributing to a healthier atmosphere for all living things. The air within and downwind of a large forest is demonstrably cleaner than in areas without such vegetation. This filtering capability extends to the water as well. As rainwater percolates down through the forest's complex layers of soil, roots and microbes, it is naturally purified. The root systems of the trees help to bind the soil and prevent harmful chemicals or excess nutrients from agricultural runoff from leaching into groundwater and rivers. This process ensures that the water flowing out of the forest is cleaner, which is vital for the health of aquatic ecosystems and for the human communities downstream that may rely on those rivers for their drinking water. In essence, the forest acts as a free, highly effective water treatment plant, a service whose value is almost incalculable. No ecosystem on Earth exists in isolation, and this is especially true for the great rainforests. Their health or their decline has profound and far-reaching consequences that ripple across the entire planet, affecting seemingly unrelated ecosystems thousands of miles away. The disruption of the rainforest water cycle, for example, can alter rainfall patterns that affect agriculture in temperate zones. The loss of these forests as carbon sinks accelerates climate change, which in turn contributes to the melting of polar ice caps and the bleaching of coral reefs. The web of life is truly global and deeply interconnected. The migratory pathways of birds are another clear example. Many bird species that spend their summers in North America or Europe depend on Central and South American rainforests as their wintering grounds. The destruction of these winter habitats can lead to a sharp decline in their populations, impacting the ecosystems they return to in the spring. Everything is linked. The dust from the Sahara Desert fertilizes the Amazon, which in turn influences our global climate. To destroy the rainforest is to cut a critical thread in this planetary web, risking a cascade of unforeseen and potentially catastrophic consequences for the ecological balance of the entire world. We have journeyed through the dense canopy and across the forest floor, discovering why rainforests are vital to our world. They provide the oxygen we breathe, stabilize our climate, and shelter a breathtaking diversity of life. Rainforests are not distant. They are essential to our survival. The power to make a difference lies with each of us. Support sustainability, make conscious choices, and lend your voice to protect these lands. Let's work together to ensure rainforests continue to breathe life into our world. If you found this journey insightful, please like this video and subscribe for more content exploring our connection to nature. Thank you for watching.